He says, my question to you is that about 400 years ago, Sir Isaac Newton, hey, Neil, I know that's your man, discovered the laws of motion and gravity. He also discovered calculus and had already discovered the laws of optics. How was he so focused and deeply indulged in his work during the plague, which was a pandemic during that time? How was he able to manage his mental health? And how can we manage our own mental health and have a spark of our own creativity and imagination during this time of peak anxiety? And Akshat is coming to us from India. Love
Oh,
from
thank you,
India.
Akshat. So first, I don't claim any mental health expertise, but I do know a little bit about Isaac Newton, and I know a little bit about others who have made singular contributions to our understandings of the natural world. And one of the things they all had in common was that they had episodes in their life, either thrust upon them by Isaac Newton escaping the Black Plague in London and in Cambridge. He was a professor at Cambridge, or at least in school at Cambridge, or whether or if you have an injury that sort of lays you up for a period of time. All of these people had long periods of time where they were in solitude. And so the brain just explored on its own. Today, other than families that have many young kids running up and down, so there is no solitude and everyone is quarantined together. There are others who just can't go to work and you live alone and you can't go to the bar or the club. So what are you doing? Are you sitting alone on the couch thinking? Or are you binging on the latest Netflix series? So we live in a time where many people's creative juices that might have otherwise flowed are arrested because they have distractions in their life. Evening television, on-demand television, streaming services. So I lament, I wonder what discoveries remain unrevealed by brilliant people today simply because of the distractions we have built into our own lives. And the distractions are fun. They're not chores. We enjoy them. All right. And sitting alone by yourself, staring into the ceiling, no one would call that enjoyment. But that's exactly the conditions under which Isaac Newton contemplated the cosmos. And Darwin contemplated the cosmos, his long walks alone in the woods. No, there wasn't a TV screen. There wasn't advertising. There wasn't, oh, I got to get back and watch, Westworld. No, none of that was going on in their lives. So if you ever had a chance of making such a discovery about the natural world, I don't think it's going to happen while you are distracting yourself with modern media or hanging out on Facebook or anything else on the internet. It's just not. Unless something there gives you an idea. You could be a fertile person and, that's an idea. But then you step away and develop the idea. How about that? Okay, so for me, that's what's behind that. And one of my great disappointments in the coronavirus quarantine is I'm not giving myself enough solo time. Because I'm catching up on email and I'm doing it and I'm cooking and I'm perfecting some recipes. Both my wife and I, we both like food. So we're doing that. There's some other things, but it's not quite, let me just be alone and think and write. So I'm failing on that myself. And plus not everyone is Isaac Newton, so.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Isaac Newton, all evidence suggests that he was, I don't want to call it quite a misanthrope, but he did not really enjoy the company of other people. He never married. He never had kids. So if you don't enjoy the company of other people, then being sent to the country home in Lincolnshire away from other people, that's a godsend to you. Right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there you have it.
Yeah. I forget. I don't know. I forget who said this, but she's there's a writer, and she said the greatest impediment to creativity is distraction.
Oh yeah, sure, definitely.
Yeah, and basically right along with what you just said.
And there's another saying, which is, if you want to be more creative, then become less productive.
Right. Yeah. Now that's where I'm a Viking.
Where do you because when you say, oh, I went shopping, I did this, I made and look how much I got done today. Well, did you create anything? Yeah. Chances are the answer is no.
Yeah. Well, you don't give your mind a chance to do that. So yeah, right. Yeah, cool. All right. So